Hello everyone, this is Joe Doc Terry, the Bitcoin Doctor. Welcome to What is Cryptocurrency Mining and how you can get in on the action. Hi, I'm Joe Terry. I've spent 30 plus years in the computer industry as a software engineer, and I had a good career, but I was ready for a change. I thought I was done with technology. I'm now an urban farmer. There are many ways to contribute in this world. My life with computers has been amazing and wonderful. I've seen the dawn of an industry that has affected every aspect of our lives. But a new chapter has opened up for me, and being an urban farmer is my new calling and my mission. I'm an urban farmer growing microgreens. What are microgreens, you ask? Any edible plant, seed to harvest 30 days or less. And beyond the flavor, tenderness, and color, there's the nutritional surprise. 1 ounce of broccoli microgreens are as nutritious as 1.5 pounds of mature broccoli florets. That's a 24-to-1 ratio. I found my new super tech, young organic plants harvested at their most dynamic and explosive growth phase. Now, I want to change lives through the food we all eat. But I had been working professionally as an engineer or programmer since the year the IBM PC was first announced, 1981. I began working in COBOL and then quickly gravitated to microcomputers, using either assembly or BASIC, writing games for the Atari 400-800, the TI 99-4A, remember that? Bill Cosby was selling that on television. The TRS or Trash 80 from Radio Shack, and of course, the Apple IIe. My computer life is my past life, or so I thought. But it seems technology is still a part of my future. Since 2008, I've been fascinated with the concept and practice of blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. While pursuing my passion in urban farming, I've decided to become a cryptocurrency consultant, bringing cryptocurrency and blockchain technology knowledge to as many lives as I can. You can send me an email to joe@bitcoin-doctor.com. That's Joe, J-O-E, at bitcoin-doctor.com, or contact me on Facebook at facebook.com/Bitcoin, the number 2 doctor. That's Bitcoin to Doctor. What is cryptocurrency? Of course, in October of 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto, we still don't know definitively who they are, sent a white paper to a cryptography bulletin board called a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. He had solved the double spend problem for electronic value. That was the beginning of Bitcoin. A cryptocurrency is a digital currency in which encryption techniques are used to regulate the generation of units of currency and verify the transfer of funds operating independently of a central bank. Decentralized cryptocurrencies provide an outlet for personal wealth that is beyond restriction and confiscation, but it went beyond value. It was trust without a third party. That's the key idea that Satoshi cracked, and that has spawned a $150 billion industry with unlimited potential. Limited entries in a global shared database no one can change without fulfilling specific conditions. What is cryptocurrency mining? Okay, this is very simple. 1, 2, 3. The whole focus of mining is to accomplish 3 things. Provide bookkeeping services to the coin network. Mining is essentially 24/7 computer accounting called verifying transactions. Get paid a small reward for your accounting services by receiving fractions of coins every couple of days. And keep your personal costs down, including electricity and hardware. Here you see a prosumer rig, not the biggest I've seen, with about 40 miners or 40 mining computers. Now, remembers this picture because that number 40 will come up again when we get into the cost of mining rigs. This rig could make $50 or perhaps $100 a day or more if you work the altcoin angle, and we'll talk about that in a moment. What makes cryptocurrency a value? What makes a cryptocurrency valuable? Cryptocurrencies derive their unique value from the fact that despite their lack of government backing or wide acceptance, they have generated an ecosystem in which many people are willing to trade and accept them. In fact, some perceive cryptocurrencies to be more valuable or more useful than other currencies. That is, they're called fiat, so-called fiat currencies, governmental currencies, in that they are a better option for certain purposes, such as seamless digital transfers for digital goods and use across borders. Also, because as in the case of Bitcoin, there is a cap set on the total number of Bitcoin, 21 million, that will ever exist, the currency cannot be devalued through inflation as others can, or what do they call it? Quantitative easing. Finally, a key benefit of cryptocurrencies is known as censorship resistance. Its ability to be used for transactions that would normally be censored by other payment networks. This value is in the math, in something called the Merkle signature scheme. You don't have to know what that is, but you can look it up, Google it, MERKLE, the Merkle signature scheme. It's fascinating, and it's all about resisting attack through ever greater computer power, such as quantum computing. Also research the Lightning Network at http://lightning.network. Now, let's talk about calculating cryptocurrency mining profitability. Cryptocurrency mining profitability is something that is always in flux. In the case of Bitcoin, having such a high difficulty and large total hash rate, at times profitability can come down to many things at once. Whether cryptocurrency mining can be profitable for you or not requires that you know the following 9 facts about your situation, and there may be more. Number 1, cost of Bitcoin ASIC miners or GPU units, that is application-specific integrated circuits, ASIC, or graphics processing units. The cost of electricity to power the miner, how much you're charged per kilowatt hour in the jurisdiction that you live, or if you're using solar, so be it. But these are the 9 constituents to the cost. Cost of equipment to run the miners, for example, software to manage multiple machines. And if you can imagine that previous picture, 40 computers, you can't, if there's a problem, log in to 40 different computers and fix a problem. That just would take too much labor. You have to have automation, scripts, or software. Cost of power supply units, cost of network gear, cost of internet access, cost of other supporting gear like shelving, racks, cables, cost of building or rental or a data center if applicable, and of course the value of the cryptocurrency that you're mining, for instance Bitcoin, over the life of the mining operation. All of these factors will play into the mining profitability. Of course, profitability is the focus of this brief talk. You want to get into cryptocurrency mining, and you want to know how much it's going to cost to get started and how much money you can make. I'm going to answer both questions with a lot of whereases and wherefores, meaning a lot of caveats or guesses. All right. Cryptocurrency mining profitability factor number 1. The cost of these ASIC miners or GPUs. It is now impossible to make any profits mining Bitcoin with just your computer alone. You'll need specialized hardware called ASICs or high-end graphics processing units. There is no other way. You cannot generate the hash rate that you will need to participate with just a CPU. That's why we recommend mining other cryptocurrencies for the most efficient profit potential. But you can still make money mining Bitcoin with the right hardware. We'll talk about the altcoins. Originally, Satoshi Nakamoto intended for Bitcoin to be mined on computer CPUs. However, Bitcoin miners discovered they could get more hashing power from graphics cards. Graphics cards were then surpassed by ASICs, and nowadays all serious Bitcoin mining is performed on dedicated Bitcoin mining hardware, ASICs, usually in thermally regulated data centers, meaning a lot of AC, with access to low-cost electricity. Think of a Bitcoin ASIC as a specialized Bitcoin mining computer, Bitcoin mining machine, or Bitcoin generator. And just as an aside, the white paper from which Satoshi Nakamoto started this $150 billion industry is only 8 pages long with a half page of references. And of course, there's been mountains of paper written after that. What we're looking for is the hardware that does the hashing guesses. Hash. That's something we're going to talk about in another presentation. What is a hash? So, this is a selection of mining hardware. Most of this hardware is made in China. It's among the most cost-efficient hardware out there for the job. These are professional rigs. They will make you money in the shortest amount of time, but you can see Antminer S9. It's only $3,000. Even with this equipment, making money is still a dance of constantly moving to where the most profitable mining is, and that's rarely Bitcoin these days. All right. As you can see from the last slide, ASICs with the best made in China from a company called Bitmain.com are expensive when you consider that the most influential miners have hundreds of these machines at multiple locations. And the situation is not much better for GPUs. These are among the most popular. But going the GPU route is not a bad idea. Remember that room full of 40 miners? If you had 100 GPUs or 200 GPUs running, you might match him and find your rig was more flexible and easier to work on with easily replaceable parts. All right. The AMD cards were hit far worse than others, however, because the knowledge was released that they were some of the best cards for GPU mining. Their prices have been steadily rising over the past few months, culminating in stock problems around the world. Those problems show no signs of abating, though we may have finally reached a point where people aren't willing to pay 3 times the MSRP for them. And here we go. Factor number 2, cost of electricity to power miners. This is really about where you live. If you're not generating electricity using hydroelectric or solar or wind, you're going to be subject to your utility rates. The kilowatt hours charges in your town or city will vary with the time of day. And once you know what those average costs are, we can calculate your return on investment. But to be profitable, a mining rig will need to run 24/7, 365. So you'll have to average high and low rates by the time of day. You must solve this problem to make money. Power, electricity to burn. That is essentially the proof of work. If you've heard that phrase, proof of work, that you may have heard about the cost, real money. That's what miners put into the system, real energy use. All right. Factor number 3, cost of equipment to run the miners. And when I'm talking equipment, I'm talking hardware and software, but specifically software. You need software to manage miners. It can be simple. You can outsource it to a mining pool, or you can buy software and manage it yourself. Everything has a different cost. This is not the best software out there, but it's easy to understand. They have a great website. Check it out, awesomeminer.com. All right, now these other factors, factors number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, are really much easier to understand. These are hardware costs. Most of them are one-time costs, except for the internet access. And of course, all of these expenses collapse to zero if you already have a location with infrastructure or a partner that does. Okay, how to be profitable mining cryptocurrencies. These are our number 1 recommendations. Number 1, all the recommendations here do not take into account the potential for appreciation of your digital assets as accumulated in your cryptocurrency mining. That is beyond the scope of our services, but we feel it can be significant. Yes, we believe that Bitcoin will become much, much more valuable than $4,000 a coin. But counting on that is not a strategy. Cryptocurrency mining is an arms race that rewards early adopters. Mine the new profitable coins other than Bitcoin with a strong development team and a sound business plan. Ethereum is a popular altcoin to mine for profitability. So is Litecoin, Dogecoin, Feathercoin. But there are many, many others. Sometimes it seems a new one pops up every day. The profit from mining cryptocurrencies only becomes significant when someone is willing to invest $3 to $5 grand up front for hardware, at which time you could potentially earn $50 to $100 a day. Now, we'll just take the $50 number. That's $1,500 in gross revenues a month, and that's doable. Even spending $1,000 in hardware, you should be able to recoup that cost in 18 to 24 months and accumulate a lot of cryptocurrency along the way. So you can participate in that pie in the sky appreciation. But these are just predictions. These can be off by a factor of 15 or 20 one way or the other. So take them with a large mountain of salt. Is cryptocurrency mining for you? We have tried to give you a brief overview of the costs involved in cryptocurrency mining. There are many technical aspects of mining that we did not cover, but we can if you wish to go forward. Only you can determine if cryptocurrency mining is an interesting hobby, a business, or an obsession. We won't judge. We can only guide you to the best products and services available today. Thanks for your attention and profitable mining. My name is Joe Terry, Joe Doc Terry, the Bitcoin Doctor. You can send me an email at joe@bitcoin-doctor.com, or find me on Facebook, facebook.com/Bitcoin2Doctor, the number 2. And here are some resources for you. I'm going to leave this up a little bit longer so that you can pause and either write these down or go to these links. Bitcoin.com, bitcoin.org, and of course the mining calculator at btc.com, and Coin Wars. Coin Wars is kind of It's a meeting ground, a meeting space for cryptocurrency miners. There's a lot of information there, and of course, you can always hit me up. I look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you for your attention, and happy mining.